Hey, welcome back to my channel, guys. And today I am going to create a new feature in my blog. I won't say it's a big thing, but I have seen this on many websites and I decided why don't I do it on my own blog as well. So, the basic thing which I want to do is when a user is on a blog page, I want a visual indicator showing him how much he has scrolled. It's almost like giving him a sense of how much of the page is pending or how much he needs to read to complete the article. Okay. Now for this, I have I have a reference to look at. It's from W3C, so it should be a good thing. But yeah, so this is it. If you see, it gives you this nice little indicator showing how much I have scrolled. Right? It goes back, goes front, and here's the code. What are they doing basically? Here is the progress container, which has 100% width. There's a height, and this is the background color, if you see. Okay. And then there is this bar, which increases by width from 0% to 100, and that's how the color changes. And the JavaScript is here. It's very simple. Window.onScroll. This function is getting called. It takes the window scroll, the height, it does a div to get the percentage, how much percentage the user has scrolled, and then document.getElementById, by id, this my bar, right? And then the style width is equal to this, so we are setting it on scroll. So this is something which I'm going to kind of refer to and implement. So let's get started. I'll go to my app.js inside here, and I'll tell you my blog doesn't actually load any JavaScript. Okay, so as in not any JS file with codes, there are certain scripts like Twitter and all, but if you see, this is my tag manager. Okay, there's some thing going on related to Google ads by Google. Why is this ad here? Okay, anyways, I think it's some script which I had added, although I don't run any ads on my blog. So, and this is my code for pushvertise. So why don't we first of all add my first script tag? This is the first instance where I found something which requires JavaScript development, and so I'm adding the JavaScript tag in here. So we have mix.js app.js, and then let me load app.js. I'm not using Vue, so I'll just clean everything up. And inside Bootstrap, it is basically loading jQuery and stuff. So this is something which I will need. I would need a condition because I don't want my users to see that scrolling thingy when they are on any of the landing pages. For example, when they are on the home page or the web page or the travel page, right? I don't want them to see that because that doesn't really make too much of sense. Whereas if they're on the web, and sorry, not on the web, but if they're on an individual article page, then the indicator does make sense. So the first thing which I'm going to do is, after a long time, I'm writing a little bit of jQuery just to get the document.ready. Okay, and in here, let's do let article page equals document.query selector. I'm not going to use too much jQuery, anyways. I'm just using the document.ready. Okay, so if I find this, so what will happen is article page, right? If this class list contains a class, I'll show you why. Article full. Okay, so let me show you my markup. Why I'm doing this. So inspect in here. Let me go a little deeper into it. There should be the main tag. Why don't I do something like this. Yes. So you can see the main tag has article full. This is how I have even done some CSS as well to give certain stylings or override certain stylings based on whether the view is the full article view or normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if my condition is true, right? I'll take a variable should show indicator equals false, and if I'm on the full page, I'll make this true. I need this flag. Why? Because if you see the code in here, this directly does window dot scroll, right? And on that scroll, I'm calling this function. Obviously, my function name will be a little different. So let's say our function name is init scroll indicator. Okay. And I'll need to define this function. Let me use this code in here. I think I can use it almost as it is, apart from the fact that I'm not going to use this mybar. I'm going to use scroll indicator. Otherwise, the mybar will later on haunt me in me thinking, why did I have this kind of a thing? Okay, so naming conventions are very important. We will have certain classes: progress container, one div. Like in here, they have progress container and progress bar. So we will have similar progress bar. I'll have an ID here as well because our JavaScript is looking for an ID. Okay, just makes it easy, nothing else. And I'm using main.scss. This is some of the stylings I have. So in here, we will write a little bit of CSS. Okay, so the first thing is my container. I'll show you the output very soon, but let me just bear with me. Okay, so container, the width will be 100%. Height, I won't keep that as 8 pixels, it's too big. Okay, and I need the position to be fixed. And let's just say from the top, it should be 0 pixels. That's done. And then the progress bar, again, the height should be 2 pixels. I am referring to this styling, most of it, just modifying a little bit. Okay, let's just say color background is, for now, let's just go with red, and top 0 pixels. Oh, no, width 0%. Okay, this is something which we are going to override using our JavaScript. So if I'm not wrong, we will be able to see our progress container here. Okay, and if I come over here, element says 0%. If I do 10, you can see it is increasing, right? So our basic stuff is done. I think the only thing pending is the actual JavaScript development, right? So let's go back to our app.js. I have this. This code should work. So let me just refresh. And yes, this is working. I don't see a problem. It goes back. I mean, it goes front, back, pretty smooth, right? However, right now, it will be visible on the home page as well, right? And I want to disable it. And that's the reason I created this variable. So if that's true, then fine. Otherwise, just null. So now, if I refresh, that indicator is gone, correct? And here I have my indicator. Pretty neat, right? So let me quickly publish this thing. Okay, I'll need to do npm run production. Okay, so my CSS is created. Service stopped. Let me load that again. Yes. So this is done. Home page also is fine. Let me now quickly push it to GitHub. Git status. This is fine. So git add, git commit, message adding scroll indicator, git push. Oh, I made a mistake. I think I need to revert that, which is inside app.blade. This is commented while development. I need to get that back. Git status. Git push. This is done. And now I think I have my Envoy script. So Envoy run code update. Right. So it basically what it will do is using Envoy, I have created a script which will connect to the server. It will go to the folder and then it will just, I would say kind of do a git pull, get the latest code base, do composer install. If there are any new packages, it will install that and then we are done. So if everything is fine and my deployment script is working properly, I have nothing broken, right? I have no reasons for it to be broken. And in here, I have this feature. Okay, so this is some weird thing going on, but I'll have to check why this pop-up is coming. But yeah, the indicator is here and we have successfully implemented from our local host to the live. I hope you like it, guys. Do leave a comment, whether you liked it or not. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.